tanto jugando suelto como en competición. Tanto si se trata de un rápido 9 hoyos o de un gran 36. Tanto si juegas bajo presión o arrasando, siempre das lo mejor de ti. Nuevo fuel de FootJoy.
So, oh, I can actually see myself. I do look great. Not sweaty yet. I thought it was going to feel hotter out there, actually, but it did not.
Here with Madelene Sagstrom, a 66 to close out the week here at the DIO Implant LA Open. Clean card today, 5 birdies, no bogeys. I mean, what was a round like that for you out there? How'd it go?
Well, in the beginning, it was really easy. I was really putting well. I think I told my caddy after probably the 4th hole, I was like, it's one of those days. So I just knew I was going to make a lot of putts. So that kind of was our whole mindset. Fought a little bit more for it in the end, but really, really pleased with how I played today.
Back-to-back days of 28 putts. You opened with 26 putts, had kind of shaky putting day in that second round. What did you find in the greens this week? These are kind of tricky greens.
Yeah, I think it's kind of one of these greens you just have to trust them. They don't look as fast as they are, so they're rolling, like the downhill putts are quite slick, so it's easy to give yourself some long putts coming back if you miss them. So I think it's just about being conservative when you have to, and then being aggressive when you get the chances, and also staying below the hole. I don't think I did that as much the second day, so played a little bit better strategically today, so gave myself a lot of good, easier putts.
Did any of those birdies stand out? I mean, you rattled off 3, 8, 9, 10 in a row, 3 in a row.
Yeah, no, I think the birdie that kind of started all was on 3. I made a really long putt on 3. I find that hole quite tricky with that big tree in the way. It's like you have to hit a good shot, but at the same time you're never really going to be close. So it's that kind of started good momentum, and then I made birdie on 4. So I think you got to start somewhere, and just kind of you don't really know what you got in the tank when you start. So I figured I had some birdies in there.
I mean, a round like this on Sunday, you put yourself in contention, right? You're going to probably finish top 5. I mean, how much confidence does that give you kind of heading into the rest of the season? We've got a meaty schedule coming up.
I think anytime you play, we all go out and try to win. We're trying to shoot low scores. We're trying to play well, and I've been playing well over time. It's just trying to find that consistency and just level up the bad shots a little bit better. And I think now I haven't missed a cut since last May, so it's really built a lot of confidence. And now before I was kind of, I just want to make cuts, and now I'm like, well, now I'm making cuts. Now I want to start climbing up the leaderboard. So it's just really kind of accepting where I'm at and just believing that I'm a good player, that I belong in those spots. So it's just a huge confidence boost every time you play well.
I mean, you've won out here. It's an interesting mindset to hear from an LPGA Tour winner that you're trying to make yourself more comfortable with just climbing up leaderboards. I mean, just take us through that. Like, what's that been like for you?
Well, I think all of us, we're so in the present. You're only as good as your last round, really. At the end of the day, it's kind of, I can't really say, oh, I've done this. I know it's good to have in there, but I'm only as good as I was today or yesterday. So it's kind of, you're always looking at the present. What is everyone else doing? What do I need to get better in my game? COVID was probably the best thing and the worst thing that happened to my game. I really finished on a high note before our big break, but then when we came back, I struggled again. So I had a lot of realizations to do, both about my game and kind of where I was at, and just that you're never done in this game. Like, there's always things to work on. You're always going to go out and try to get better than you were the day before. But for me, it's kind of just accepting where I'm at, playing with what I got, and just learn to get the ball in the hole faster.
Are you heading down the road to Palos Verdes?
Yes.
Are you familiar at all with that golf course? And if you're not, this kind of round has got to give you confidence heading into an unfamiliar territory.
I have heard that it's going to be hilly. So I'm just going to, I'm playing well, so I'm just going to preserve energy now and just go out and see the course next week. And I have good feelings about LA right now, so I'm just going to keep that going.
Perfect. That's all we need in English.
Okay,
I love that.
Pro SL no tiene clavos, pero tiene un agarre increíble, con una plancha de carbono adicional para optimizar el retorno de energía y un nuevo y moderno diseño. El zapato original de máximo rendimiento sin clavos tiene algunas ventajas importantes.